So a couple of days have gone by, and then all of a sudden mum turns up at my nan's door. Very little said at this point other than we've been told we're just having a little bit of a holiday in Leicester while my mum and dad sort things out. And mum came to have a visit, and it was just a visit. Didn't feel anything different. She brought a parcel, as we would call it. A parcel was a load of sweets wrapped in brown paper and a cotton ribbon. It was always called them parcels, and I always remember there was a drifter in there. She never got rid of drifters. So mum came to visit, and cuddles, hugs, everything. I'll be going home now, mum, and all the usual I can imagine you would hear people say. Mum sat down with my nan, they had a chat, and behind our backs it was decided that Richard and I would now stay in Wigston, and Nan would be bringing us up going forward. Would have to be enrolled in the local school, which in this place was Meadows Primary School, which wasn't too far from where my nan's masonette was. It was just down the road, so it was walkable. And I'm sure there were weirdos out there, but they were not the weirdos that you would see today. So walking to school, just my brother and I, was a safe thing to do. But it was decided we would now stay in Wigston, and this is where we would be looked after for the foreseeable future. And we were sat down by my mum and my nan, and it was explained to me that mum wasn't very well, that everything that happened a couple of nights ago was for a reason, and that mum needed to spend 100% time and care on herself to get better. She would need to go into hospital to have some possible surgeries, but she would need a lot of treatment. Cancer word was never used. I didn't know what that word was, never experienced that word at this point, but this is how life would be going forward. Mum would go back to Gosport, and she would start the journey of getting better, and then hopefully come back, and then we'd all move back to Gosport together. So this was the plan. So in the meanwhile, Nan went about getting together schools for me and Richard. She worked part-time as a cook at a place called Dalgetty's, which me and Richard would go down, and there was a vending machine there that I'd never seen a vending machine before, but it was like a starship. It was this thing that you could put money in and get chocolate out of. Absolutely brilliant. And that's how life was for a bit. It was normal, but not normal, but it was our new normal. We were brought up by my nan and granddad. And in the next video, I'll give you some descriptions of what my nan and granddad were like, because two completely different people, two completely different disciplines and personalities, which I'll go through, because my granddad he was a strict man, but we'll talk about that. And my nan was just funny as hell. But I'll go through that in the next video. This, if you're still watching, you may have given up 2 videos ago, but if you want to hear a description of what my nan and granddad were like, and the apartment we grew up in, I'm going to go through